Good morning, students. This video will help you out to solve worksheet number 1. The diagram itself tells you it is related to angles made by two lines and transversal. I request you all to observe the video first and then solve the worksheet. Okay, let's start now. Look at this diagram. You have two lines L and M. They may be parallel, they may not be parallel. It is a general concept. In this case, you can see here distance between L and M is more. Here it is little less. So it tells these two lines are not parallel. But the concept remains same even though if the lines are parallel or they are not parallel. And these two lines are cut by a transversal T. So this is a transversal which is cutting these two lines. Now when this condition occurs, you can see 8 angles are formed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These are the 8 angles formed. Now, these angles have specific names. So, let us see in detail what are these angles. So, when this condition occurs, generally 3 types of angles are formed. So, very first are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. So let us first see what do you mean by corresponding angles. Now concentrate on angle A and angle B. If you concentrate on these two angles, then they are lying on the same side of the transversal. What do you mean by same side? If I stand like this, there are two parts of this lines. This we can say this is my right hand side of the transversal and this is left hand side of the transversal. Both these angles are lying on the right hand side of the transversal. That is first condition. And second, look at the arms of these angles. See, this angle is made by this is one arm and this is another arm. This angle is made by this is one arm and this is another arm. So this lower arm or one of the arms of both the angles are lying on the right side of the transversal, and the remaining arm, second arm of this angle as well as second arm of this angle, both are lying on the transversal and they are in the same direction, upwards. So direction of this arm is also upward, direction of this arm is also upward. So these two angles which are on the same side of the transversal and their arms are in the same direction of the transversal, they are called as corresponding angles. Now you may say these are not only the one pair, these are not only the two angles or one pair of angle which is formed. Of course, there are other pairs also which are corresponding angles, obviously. See now. The same condition is true for angle C and angle D. These are on the left side of the transversal first and their arm is also lying on the upward direction. So this arm of this angle is in left hand side. This arm of this C angle is towards left hand side and this arm is in the upward direction. This arm is in the upward direction. So obviously angle C and D also forms corresponding angles. So can you make out how many pairs of corresponding angles are there? Yes, there are 4 pairs. So first pair which we have seen is angle A and angle B. Second pair which we have seen is angle C and angle D. Now, are these angles, angle F and angle H, are also corresponding angles? Obviously, yes. These are also corresponding angles. What's the reason? Now carefully look at angle F and angle H. Angle F and H are lying on the same side of the transversal towards the right hand side. Now concentrate on their arms. One arm of angle F is towards right. One arm of angle H is also towards right. Another arm of angle F is in the downward direction on the transversal. Similarly, another arm of angle H is also in the downward direction on the transversal. So obviously angle F and H also forms one pair of corresponding angles. Similarly, it is true for angle, correct, it is true for angle C and angle G over here. I will make with different notation. Okay, so these two are also pair of corresponding angles. These two are pair of corresponding angles. So in all we have four pairs. So third pair which we have just now seen is which? Angle F and angle H. And fourth pair is angle E and angle G. Is this clear, everybody? Now here I have given directly one letter name to the angle, so it is easy for you. People have problem to write the names of angles using three letters. Okay, so there are two methods which into which we can write the or we can name the angle. Now see what mistake students generally do. If I draw one angle over here and I am writing it angle A, B, C. You can write this angle as angle B. Yes, this is angle B, no doubt. But there is another way to write this. I can write it as angle A, B, C. So whichever is the angle which is formed, this letter should come at the center. Or if inside I write this angle as, for example, G, then I can write this angle as angle G. So all these three are correct. You can name this angle in all the three ways. Now why I prefer to label or name the angle via three letter is I'll just tell you. Just see now. Now if I have two lines like this, and this is a transversal, and the name given to the line are A, this is B, C, then this is D, this is E, this is F, then you can write this as G, and this is H. Now if I say only angle B, it can be this angle, it can be this angle, it can be this angle, or it can be this angle. So if I want to say angle B, then I have to specify or write via three letter names. If I am writing it as angle A, B, C, then I mean this angle A, B, C. If I write angle A, B, H, then I mean A, B, H is this angle to which I am referring. Are you understanding me? So if numbers or names of the angles are given in this fashion, then do not go writing the names via one letter. Always use three letters. This will help you to solve your worksheet because I have given you angles in this way, not via single alphabets. So please concentrate and do it correctly. Let us go on to the next type of angle. I hope the corresponding angles is clear to you all. Now let us go another type of angle, and those are interior angles. This also I am going to show by one letter, but by solving worksheet you will be writing it in three letters. Alright. Okay. Now look at these angles A, B, C and D. Which are the second types of angles we are looking into? Those are interior angles. Now, interior angles are angle A and angle B. Name itself tells why they are called as interior. They are lying inside the two parallel lines. Can you see this is inside part of the two parallel lines? Alright. And second property is they are lying on the same side of the transversal. So very easy to remember. Pair of angles which are on the same side of the transversal. Again this is right hand side, this is left hand side. Same side of the transversal, either right side or left side, and which are inside the two parallel lines. This is interior part of the parallel lines. So first pair what we got is angle A and angle B. Similarly second pair we have in interior of these two parallel lines we have these four angles. So again, same side means left hand side we have two angles and they are also in the interior part. So we have angle C and angle D. So this forms two pairs of interior angles. Now let us go for one more pair, and that is alternate angles. I am keeping the same diagram. See now, alternate angles. Now there are two types in alternate angles. First is what? Exterior. And another is what? Interior. Only interior angles are different and interior alternate angles are different. These are two parts of alternate angles. I hope you understand. Let us see what do you mean by first definition of alternate angles. Now see, if I write here A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Okay, now concentrate on this line which I am drawing. I will draw it in zigzag manner so it is easy for you to understand. Can you see? Okay. Now concentrate on angle A and angle D which I have drawn over here. Okay, what I am writing? Angle A and angle D. First, they are in the interior part of the lines. Okay, so that is interior. Now why they are alternate? Look at the arms. One arm of this is in the downward direction. One arm of this angle is in the upward direction. One arm is right hand side. One arm is on left hand side. So two angles which are on the different sides of the transversal. If one is at the right, another should be at the left. And their one arm is, though present on transversal, the arms are also in the opposite direction. See, look at this arm, it is in downward direction. Look at this arm of this angle, it is in upward direction. Okay, so alternate angles, and one more trick is there to find alternate angles. They generally form letter Z. Can you see this Z letter? So we have interior. Interior alternate, first pair what we have? Angle A and angle D. So these are interior alternate angles. Okay, now let us see what do you mean by exterior alternate angles. Here also we have two pairs. Here also you have two pairs. Now similarly, let us go for exterior. Now exterior means what? Condition should remain same. One is on the left hand side. One is on the right hand side, one should be on the left hand side. One arm right hand side, one arm left hand side. One arm is in the upward direction, one arm is in the downward direction. So can you name? Yes, correct. So we have angle F and angle G. See, again concentrate. Look at this angle. This is angle. Now one thing you have to remember. Exterior angles which are in alternate, they do not form Z letter. Only interior alternate angles form Z letter. Alright. But the concept of arms remains the same. Both the angles, one lies on either side or different side of the transversal. Then arms are also having the opposite direction. One arm of this is having right hand side. One arm of this angle is on the left hand side. One arm is in the upward direction. One arm is in the downward direction. So you have angle F and angle G are exterior alternate angles. Can you name another pair of interior alternate angles? Obviously yes, you have angle C and angle B in the same way. Angle C and angle B. These are alternate, lying on the either side of the transversal and in the interior. So they are interior alternate angles. Can you tell one more exterior alternate angles? Of course, you have E and H. So one is angle E and another is angle H. So these are different types of angles which I have asked in worksheet 1. Please refer to this video and then try to solve the worksheet. If you are not getting the concept, watch this video again and again. You will understand. Now one more thing which I would like to tell about this angles is that now look very carefully, okay? These are two parallel lines which I have drawn now, and this is a transverse. These are not parallel lines, but these are transversal. Here also you have 8 angles, here also you have 8 angles. So if I write here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and if I write here X, Y, Z, W, M, N, O, P. Okay, now please listen to me very carefully. Here also you have alternate angles, corresponding angles, interior angles. Here also you have corresponding alternate interior angles. So what is the difference between the properties of these angles if the lines are parallel? Because this concept is very important. You need it in 10th, 9th, in geometry. Very important concept. Please listen carefully. What I am saying, if the lines are parallel, then corresponding angles will be equal. Corresponding angles are equal if the lines are parallel. Okay, parallel lines. If the lines are not parallel, then corresponding angles are not equal. Now look, you will understand. See, this angle and this are corresponding angles. Can you see these two measures are same? But look at this. This seems to be very big, and this is having this is corresponding angle with n. So y and n is a pair. You can see that these two are having different measures. They can't be equal. So if lines are not parallel, then corresponding angles are not equal. If lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. Similarly, alternate angles are equal if lines are parallel. Here, alternate angles are not equal if lines are not parallel. So this is first property, second property, and third is about interior angles. Alternate means both exterior as well as interior. Now here only interior angles if you see, then interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary. That means sum of their measure is 180 degrees if lines are parallel. Concentrate on this angle and this angle. If you add these two, their sum will be 180 degree. But provided these two lines are parallel. Okay. But look at this angle and this angle. Their sum will not be 180. See, look at these two angles. Their sum will not be 180. Okay. It seems this is also less than 90 and this is also somewhat less than 90. So their sum cannot be 180. So interior angles are supplementary only if lines are parallel. Here interior angles are not supplementary. Okay, so if lines are parallel and here lines are not parallel, then these are the three conditions. I think this much is enough for today. We'll stop here. Please stay at home, stay safe and study regularly. Thank you.